家庭将逐渐消失。论生命禅院时代5。
Family will gradually disappear. On Lifechanyuan era 5. Deform Buddha. Preface. Whether something is perfect or not depends on its structural feature. Whether someone is handsome or beautiful depends on his/her life structure. If there is defect in its structure, the thing is bound to present morbidity, the person is bound to be ugly. We can know whether a man is sick by testing a cell of his body. Family is the cell in constituting the human society structure. We should have no way but think the family is carried with the congenital virus if the current human society is unsatisfactory. Divorce rate is continually rising. A report of Chinese Academy of Social Sciences pointed out that the divorce rate of Beijing in 2002 was 50.9%, with 76,136 pairs got married and 38,756 pairs divorced. In recent years, the divorce rate of US always kept above 50%. The Western Europe countries all kept about 40%. Republic of Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, and Taiwan all kept about 40%. Thailand was 60%. Then how about the divorce rate of India? In the Bangalore, the Silicon Valley of India, Dutta, a female software engineer, said among her 18 classmates there were 5 still unmarried, and in the rest 13 married students, 8 had divorced. We see each other sometimes, and we think that it is fine to be alone. What is wrong with family? The drawback of family. If one member of a family has long-term illness or congenital disability or dies on the vine, all family members, especially parents, sons, daughters, and spouse, will fall into sorrow and misfortune for their whole life. Many people are pressed almost out of breath by funeral and supporting their parents. Many parents are tortured by the academic career of children, work, marriage, and career. Many people forfeit their independent personality and freedom after they get married. Marriage is just like a door, and once you step into it, this means that you have shut all the other doors. If your partner is eccentric in character, disturbed in mind, defective in physiology, or ugly in soul, you can do nothing but to endure. All husbands are afraid that their wives cheat on them. Similarly, all wives are afraid that their husbands cheat on them too. As a result, all the married men and women will live in fear for their whole life in miserable, and they all hope their partners are the flashlights which can only lighten himself or herself. The primary cause for the violence alternation of different dynasties lies in the family first. If one receives a high position in the government, all his relatives and followers will get promotion after him. Otherwise, if one commits a crime, the whole clan of him will be implicated. Under the sky, all the territory belongs to the king. Everyone, including ministers and officials, are all the servants of the king. There is a common phenomenon. If one wants to fish for benefits, one needs to break through the family members of prime minister, stadtholder, and county magistrate, especially their spouse. In this way, these officials will secretly work for you and offer you with the power and benefits of their families in the scope of their authorities. Why did the malfeasance in different ages take place one after another? Why were they being endless greedy? Its primary cause is that they attach too much importance on their families, want to make their ancestors illustrious, and want to establish an eternal lasting enterprise for their descendants. Without family, all these drawbacks will disappear automatically.
Lifechanyuan era.
Family will gradually disappear. Wedding will not exist and marriage certificate will completely become history. The title of husband and wife will become a backward sign sealed in the History Museum. Bisexual love can conduct freely out of willingness. Everyone has work to do. There will be limit on individual wealth. Once above it, the wealth will automatically belong to all human beings. Natural resources, including land, will belong to all people. Persons will not own any private land or house property. The countries, political parties, and religions, etc. will all disappear. The concept of father will disappear, and no one know who his father is. After weaning, the babies are picked up by special agency until they are sensible, and they will not live together with their mothers. All family names will be cancelled, and the name of everyone will be #celestial. The concept of father will disappear, and no one know who his father is. After weaning, the babies are picked up by special agency until they are sensible, and they will not live together with their mothers. All family names will be cancelled, and the name of everyone will be #celestial. Family will gradually disappear, the divorce rate will rise continually, and people will gradually prefer to live freely. Marrying used to be regarded as a happy event, and from now on it will be regarded as a tragedy for human life. People will gradually accept the value of Lifechanyuan. Even for the undivorced man and wife, they will gradually change their marriage idea and gradually regard the opposite side as a friend and a partner instead of possessing and monopolizing him or her. Family is the main route leading to the pains of life. As long as the family exists, human can never enter into the new era filled with freedom and happiness. Lifechanyuan era is bound to come.
医生医院将消失，论生命禅院时代6。
Hospitals and doctors will disappear. On Lifechanyuan era 6. Deform Buddha. Finally, humankind will understand that diseases are in most cases the reflection of disability of spirit and soul. Aches in waist, leg, and bone are led by bad habits of daily lives. Misfortunes and calamities are due to the indecent consciousness. No doctor and hospital exist in plant world or animal world, yet they are healthy and live, grow, die according to Tao. There are no doctors or hospitals in my hometown, the 1,000-year world. No one's sick, people all die without disease after 1,000 years. When I traveled around the 10,000-year world and the celestial islands continent of the Elysium world, no one ever heard of doctors and hospitals. Celestials who live up to 10,000 years old and 100 million years old never knew what are diseases. Only the messy man's world has such things. People who should die yet not dying and who should live yet dying are on the contrary to Tao. We can do the research and conclude that people who often get sick are mainly those obsessed with mental disorder or illness. Not being stuck, there will be no pain, and pain always comes with something being stuck. Once spirit and soul go wrong, body hurts. Some people's diseases are completely caused by bad habits of diet and daily lives, while lumbar sprain, ankle twisting, bruising, snake biting, car accident, etc. are induced by the problem of consciousness. Healthy people are magnanimous, kind, open-minded, selfless, and with less desires. They are satisfied, appreciative, and spontaneous. In a word, health of human body directly links to the life non-material structure of life. Be careful and you will discover an interesting phenomenon. People who can easily find doctors and hospitals are often get sick. The more medical magazines people read and the more medicines people concerned, the better chance they get sick. The thing you feared more will come to you faster. There is an article chasing the sun, escaping darkness in wisdom, which means chasing diseases. One can hardly get health. If one's mind is brimmed with concepts of disease, how can he or she be healthy? The healthcare industry of mankind is developing rapidly, which surely benefits people's health. At present, people do need doctors, hospitals, and medicines. Without these, many people would suffer more. Lifechanyuan has no doubt about this, and we hope more and more good doctors, hospitals, and medicines are available. The problem is, however persuasive good is, evil is still stronger. We not only don't eradicate disease, yet diseases are on the rise, and more people get sick. The most serious problem is that people pay more and more money to treat diseases. Some people even spend all their money and are in debt. What's even worse, they are not cured and dead at last, leaving eternal misery to those who are alive. People over 60 years old should not go to hospital. Cycle of 60 years means one has already eaten what should have been eaten, drunk what should have been drunk, experienced what should have been experienced, played what should have been played. One transmigration has been done. Why is still bothering? If one is healthy, keep moving on. If one is sick, destiny will call. Maybe it's time to go to the next transmigration. Anyone who is valueless to his or her relatives, friends, and burdensome to society should be easy, brave, and open-minded. There will be no doctor hospital in Lifechanyuan era. People lucky enough to enter into Lifechanyuan era are those who understand the causes of illness, soothe themselves, live healthily, cheerfully, and energetically. Everyone is shrink. Everyone can heal illness. Lifechanyuan itself is the best hospital. Lifechanyuan treats diseases thoroughly, not superficially. The super wisdom is invisible, conquering the enemy without huge war, treating people without obvious medical treatment. Before treating thoroughly, I invent a method. It will only take half a day every day to practice, and every disease will be cured. Generally speaking, Chanyuan Celestial of Lifechanyuan, once stick to the Chanyuan values, would not get sick. In Lifechanyuan era, no one would get sick. Country, religion, and political party disappear. Everyone has his or her job and can feed oneself. Everyone is free and independent. Why there is illness? Playing games is better than getting sick. Remember, human life leading heaven has no disease in their previous life. Sick people would not enter into heaven. Lifechanyuan era is the copy of this world of heaven's 1,000-year world. Sick people can't enter into Lifechanyuan era. No doctor or hospital ever exist in Lifechanyuan era. People take care in advance and become their own Own doctors.
建立全球政府论生命禅院时代期。
Establish global government. Lifechanyuan era. 7. Deform Buddha. Everything has a core, aggregate of atoms, molecules, solar system, and the universe. Everything is a system, human body, the natural ecology of the Earth, solar system, and galaxy. Anything without a core is disorganized, conflicting, paradoxical, temporary, and short-lived. Anything without a system in the status of disorder, contradictory, pains, sadness, morbidity, defective, and will be difficult to last for a long time. Take a man, for example. Without the coordination of brain, his hands, feet, and mouth will act in their own way, and the result is bound to be good for nothing. The patient falls ill because his own system is out of balance and different organs cannot work harmoniously. The healthy is healthy because all organs of him work harmoniously. And nothing can escape from this law, whether it is a person, a family, a community, a company, or even a country. Undoubtedly, we have to establish a center, a system, namely a global government, so as to guarantee that all people around the world can live a peaceful, calm, harmonious, and happy life. The current human beings are sick. Various countries act as they think, just like hands, feet, and mouth go their own way without the control of brain. Its consequences are bound to lead to conflicts and contradictions, cutthroat competition among different regions, destruction of natural resources, huge squander of manpower and material resources, various crises faced by human. At last, everyone will fall into misfortune. Whether human beings can survive continually depends on whether a global government can be established as soon as possible. Human beings are bound to enter Lifechanyuan era and are bound to have a global government to arrange and coordinate all the production and activities of all mankind. This is an inevitable trend and reality which cannot be changed by the will of anyone, any organizations, or any countries. The main functions of the global government are as follows. 1. Formulate the unified production and living bills for mankind, and also supervise the bill implementation of all regions. 2. The currency in all regions should be same. 3. The national boundaries should be removed and all armies should be dismissed. 4. Administration staffs can be transferred globally. For example, Blair can be appointed as the Commissioner of North America. Bush can be appointed as the Commissioner of Arab region. Shinzo Abe can be appointed as the Commissioner of Southern Africa. Mbeki can be appointed as Commissioner of Australia region. 5. Establish a global intelligence bank, centrally allocate the scientists and other specialists. Set up global personnel database. Resources explored and utilized globally. The public order taken charge by global policemen and the teachers in universities allocated in the world scope, etc. 6. Everyone will be guaranteed to have work to do, have food to eat, have clothes to dress, and have house to live in. 7. The difference among various regions and nationalities should be gradually narrowed so as to realize the common prosperity for all human beings. 8. The values of Lifechanyuan should be implemented. Are above imagination's nonsense, impracticable illusion, or daydreaming? No. Hands, feet, and mouth are controlled by brain, and consciousness determines the reality. Human beings' consciousness determines production and lifestyle. As long as all people think in this way, this sublime ideal is bound to realize. Who would think in this way? All the people who revere the greatest creator, life and nature, and follow the words of the greatest creator would think this way. All the people who are loving, compassionate, mentally and physically healthy, love peace and yearn for freedom and happiness, and try to climb towards the peak of life would think this way. People used to think it was impossible for a group to come into being and survive without families, political parties, religions, and countries, and they thought it was unimaginable and it only might appear in the remote future. However, the fact is that such a group has come into being and existed, and it is Lifechanyuan. Lifechanyuan is the epitome of future human beings' life and the seed of the future society. And with more and more sages and wise men around world continually enter Lifechanyuan, the ideal era dreamed by all mankind will come, and the global government will also be established. Heaven which by it is bright and pure, earth rendered thereby firm and sure, spirits with powers by it supplied, valleys kept full throughout their void, all creatures which through it do live, princes and kings who from it get, the model which to all they give. This one is the greatest creator. All things leave behind them the obscurity, out of which they have come, and go forward to embrace the brightness, into which they have emerged, while they are harmonized by the breath of vacancy. This obscurity is Lifechanyuan, and this brightness is the global government. Human beings can enter the ideal society only when there is the greatest creator, Lifechanyuan and global government.
Lifechanyuan era.
All humans stand together regardless of situation. All people around world are brothers, sisters, relatives, and lovers. Joy and happiness every minute. Peace and harmony everywhere.
新人类，新生活论生命禅院时代8。
New human, new life, Lifechanyuan era 8. Deform Buddha. It is the necessity of history to get rid of the stale and bring forth the fresh. Human beings are bound to move towards the more advanced civilization living state. The stale is the fertile nutriment for the newborn things, and the history sediment has become strong enough to breed a more splendid time Lifechanyuan era. It is the longing and aspiration for human to pursue the communism great harmony era, and people have had enough experiments like the different kinds of utopia villages. These experiments do not simply mean the failure but the accumulation of precious and rich experience for success and for all mankind. The inventor Edison finally invented the electric lamp based on his countless failures, which lightened the dark world. The countless failures of the utopia finally led to the birth of Lifechanyuan, which will lead human beings into a brand new Garden of Eden. The cultivation boat of new humans will set sail from the website of Lifechanyuan, and the life of new humans will begin from the Shangri-La created by Lifechanyuan. New humans come from the metamorphosis of old humans. Although with an original appearance, their connotation have been thoroughly remolded and endowed with new implication. New humans have 8 disparate features different from old humans. 1. New humans follow the path of the greatest creator. They do not revere any celestial beings but the greatest creator who characterizes with 8 feature soul and only amorphous, neutral, mysterious, fair, merciful, superbly powerful, and wise. 2. New humans will pursue 2 highest realms, the highest realm of human life and the highest realm of life. 3. New humans will not have the consciousness and concept of country, religion, political party, and family. 4. New humans will regard love as the core value and meaning of life. 5. New humans will revere life, nature, and harmoniously coexist with everything. 6. New humans will take truth, goodness, beauty, love, honesty, diligence, and trust, but not constitution, law, regulation, commandment, and dharma as guidelines of words and deeds. 7. New humans will not pursue money, ascendance, position, beauty, personal honor, personality cult, personal possess, and individualistic heroism, but joy, delight, health, happiness, and grace for every moment. 8. New humans will aspire for the life of 1,000-year world, the 10,000-year world, Elysium world, and celestial archipelago. Whether you like it or not, times and human beings are developing and moving towards Lifechanyuan era. Whether you like it or not, the spring of human is bound to come. The only difference is whether you are willing to train yourself as a member of new humans. If you are willing to do this, you can share the new life of Lifechanyuan era, otherwise you will be weeded out by the tide of new era. Consciousness determines the kind of life one is leading. This is the truth. Osho, the foregoer, said, "My job is to make you aware that a new man is coming, and my job is to help you to aware him and respect him." New human does not come from another world, who is yourself in a fresh new state. The new human is you when your heart is tranquil, when you are in your deep meditative state, when you are in your beautiful space of love, when you are in your joyful singing, when you're in your ecstatic dancing, and when you are in your love of the earth. No, any religion will teach you to love this earth. But this earth is your mother. These trees are your brothers, and these stars are your friends. When you see an old man walk straightly towards the grave, you will be relatively easy to abandon him and his lifestyle, his church, his pura, his temple, his God, and his sacred classic. Your sacred classic is your whole life because no one else is able to write it, and you have to write it to yourself. When you, with a blank book, come here, what you are going to deal with it depends on you. Birth does not mean a life, it just offers you an opportunity to create life, and let you to create a life that is so beautiful, so brilliant, so caring, just as you can imagine and you can dream. The dreams of new humans and their causes will be mixed into one because their dreams will root on this earth. And they will bring flowers and fruits for you. They are not just dreams, they will make this world into a dream. Understanding our responsibility, human has never faced any greater responsibility than ever abandoning the responsibility of the past and the responsibility of erasing your past from your existence. The content of new life in Lifechanyuan era is rich, colorful, and changeful. It mainly includes following 8 features. 1. There will be only one government which coordinates the global affairs and arranges the production and activities of people. 2. There will be no countries, religious groups, political parties, families, and family life. 3. The old people and children will be supported by the society, and it will no longer be a personal responsibility but handled by the whole community. Education and medical treatment will be all free. The disabled will be supported by all people in the society. 4. There will be no public ownership or private ownership but non-ownership. 5. All the human members will not be constrained to work in one particular region but be arranged in mobility to appreciate and enjoy the different scenery and natural beauty. 6. There will be no one unemployed or any parasites. Everyone will have a house to live in, clothes to wear, work to do, and pleasure to enjoy. 7. There will be rich and colorful cultural recreational activities, in which music, dance, excursion, and playing are the main contents. 8. All members will be Chanyuan celestials. The last names will be eliminated. At last all religions will return to the origin, and all nationalities will be unified as one. Lifechanyuan era will be an era of person of virtue won't be abandoned by government. All people in the world become one big family. No one pockets anything found on the road, doors unnecessarily to be shut in the evening. The weather is pleasant, harmony and peace are everywhere. Everyone is happy and joyful, everything is prosperous. Human beings and the earth become one, and happiness and abundance are everywhere. Osho instructively said, "That is why I said that the new man coming to this world was the biggest revolution ever happened on the earth. There will be no way to avoid it because the old man must die. They have decided and promised to commit suicide. Let them die peacefully. Those with a rebellious spirit should cut off their link with the old humans, and then they will be the savior. They will create a Noah's Ark. They will be the beginning of the new world. Because we know the old world and its pains, so we can avoid all those sufferings, jealousy, anger, wars, and all those destructive tendencies. We can experience a complete transformation. We can create innocent people, the caring person, the people who can breathe in free environment, and the people who can help each other to obtain freedom. We can create a favorable environment so that can be given honor, can be respected not for some ideals or values, but just for his original appearance. This new breed will become the elites of the earth.